get confused and frustrated, a perfect example of how identical we were. In the past, we used to exploit this similarity for pranks. We'd switch places for tests or trick adults by making them guess who was who. This lifestyle changed when our father scolded us severely. "You weren't born twins to make people feel bad." He scolded us that we were scolded for being born to support each other, not to cause trouble, so we stopped doing things that would bother people. Seeing the sad faces of our father and mother at that time made us realize that we were truly doing something wrong. Since then, we've never used our identical appearance to hurt anyone. It's a sign that we've grown up. I'm single, while Charlotte is married. I'm cautious when it comes to seeing men as romantic prospects, but Charlotte has always been more inclined towards love. She has often been deceived by the wrong guys, turning to me for comfort. However, her current husband is a great guy and understands her personality and career and cares deeply for our family. His name is Jack Johnson. They met through a friend, and Charlotte fell for his sincerity and kindness. Jack has a daughter, Emma, from his previous marriage. He had to take her in after his ex-wife pushed her onto him. Initially, this made me feel uneasy. How do you feel about saying she was pushed onto you? Emma is your precious daughter, isn't she? You're right. She's more important to me than my own life. But Emma is a girl, and with my job requiring frequent travel, the house often ends up empty. Being a man, I thought she'd be better off with her mother. I figured it's better for her to feel loved by her mother than to be lonely with me. Back then, I wasn't confident about raising her on my own. As my brother-in-law spoke of his complex circumstances, his face contorted with emotion, I apologized. I had hurt him by speaking subjectively without fully understanding his family situation. I also apologized to Charlotte. I regretted asking unpleasant questions after she introduced me to her husband. However, they both forgave my rudeness. It's natural for you to be worried, Mia. You're concerned that Charlotte's husband might not be treating Emma right. Especially since Charlotte is such a kind-hearted person. You must have been worried she might fall for the wrong guy. She must have had her concerns too, but she never asked for details, probably not wanting to trouble him. Hearing our conversation today must have reassured you a bit, right? At first, I was worried just like you, Mia. But seeing Jack with Emma, all my worries disappeared. I know better than anyone how much he cares for her. Their laughter and happiness made me realize my meddling was unnecessary. They will be fine. They're strong together and can overcome anything. While I'm happy Charlotte found someone she can rely on, I can't help feeling a bit lonely. Charlotte, who used to come to me for everything, saying big sister, is no longer here. I feel like my role as an elder sister is over, leaving me with a sense of emptiness. But seeing Charlotte happy is what matters most to me. Feeling this sincerely, I implored him, please, take good care of Charlotte. In response, he promised, I will cherish her for life. We then chatted about casual things. Jack shared more about Emma and the circumstances of his divorce. His job kept him so busy that he couldn't be involved in household chores or childcare. Jack said that the inability to spend quality time together as a couple led to strains in our marriage, ultimately resulting in divorce. As I climbed the career ladder, I became more work-oriented, putting a lot of burden on my wife. He confessed, acknowledging that it was understandable why she left him. But when the conversation shifted to Emma, his face lit up with a father's pride. She might be a bit of a mischief maker, but she's essentially an honest, lovable child. I think you, Mia, would get along well with her. Saying this, my brother-in-law showed his doting parent side, which made me smile involuntarily. Seeing Jack's devotion to his family reassured me that he would take good care of Charlotte. If Charlotte is happy, that's all that matters to me. From then on, I decided not to interfere in their lives unnecessarily. That was until the day Charlotte came to me in tears. It was a day of heavy rain, so intense that the weather forecast had issued a flood warning. I didn't expect any visitors and was leisurely working at home when suddenly the doorbell rang. It wasn't a delivery, nor had our parents mentioned visiting. If it were Charlotte, she would have called in advance. Wondering who it could be on such a day, I cautiously checked the intercom and saw Charlotte, drenched in the rain. It's the first time that Charlotte, who usually contacts me in advance, has visited my house without any prior notice. I hurried to the door, and as soon as I opened it, Charlotte threw her arms around me.
Charlotte, what's wrong? You're soaking wet. Big sister, help me.
I was confused by her sudden emotional outburst in the entrance of my apartment. Living in an apartment complex, this was the entrance area. Understandably, loud crying could potentially disturb the neighbors. For starters, I invited a drenched Charlotte into my apartment, fetched a bath towel from the bathroom, and told her to wipe her face and body dry. First, let's dry your hair. I'll also make you something warm to drink. It had been ages since Charlotte had come to me like this, crying for help. This scene, so familiar from our childhood, had become rare over the years. Usually, when Charlotte was this distraught, it meant she was in a tough spot. Charlotte, who's not good at leaning on